Have you been trying to raise your consciousness, uplift your vibration, tapping more into the higher level frequencies, but you feel like something is holding you back or weighing you down, and it's been a little challenging for you to really raise your consciousness? Now, in this video, I want to talk a little bit more about how emotional healing is really the key to you raising in consciousness and also elevating your vibration. Because your emotions, how you feel, is very much linked with your vibration and how easy or how challenging it is for you to raise your consciousness and tap into the higher level consciousness. So if you would like to learn a little bit more about how you can raise your consciousness and elevate your vibration by doing some emotional healing work, then stick with me throughout this video, because I want to share with you a couple of ways of how emotional healing can really help you shift your energy, shift your vibration, and elevate your consciousness. Now, first and foremost, I would like for you to know is that emotional healing is also key in your personal and spiritual development and growth. Because like I just mentioned, your emotions are very much linked to your vibration, your ability to connect to higher realms, and it also is in connection with your growth, your overall growth, spiritual and personal. Because when it comes to emotional healing, it's about clearing the emotional blockage. Because you have experienced a lot throughout your life, right? Like from growing up, you have experienced certain things that taught you that certain things are not safe, that, if you do this, you might get hurt. Or you have developed certain beliefs around what is really possible for you. And then you may have feelings around not feeling good enough, not feeling able or capable, or feeling unlovable, feeling rejected, things like that. And these are all emotional blockages that are actually hindering you from growing, from evolving, from tapping into a higher level of consciousness and also raising your vibration, because all of those emotional blockages, they're kind of weighing heavy on you. They're hindering your energetic flow because they're just kind of blocking everything. That's why it says emotional blockage, right? So they're hindering the flow. And as you're clearing and healing those emotional blockages, that then actually opens you up to raising in frequency, because you're letting go of all that baggage, all that stuff that is weighing you down. You're letting that go and you're raising in frequency. And then you're also more able to tap into the higher level consciousness, because you're no longer weighted down by all these limiting beliefs, the fears, the doubts, the emotional blockages, the emotional interferences that are really interfering with your ability to tap into that higher frequency. Now, emotional healing also assists you in actually increasing your self-awareness. Because the more you are engaging with those limiting beliefs, the fears, the doubts, the emotional woundings that you have experienced, you're getting to know yourself on a deeper level. You're gaining more of an awareness of who are you really beneath all that stuff. All these emotional woundings, you're discovering your true authentic self. And that in itself also assists you in really elevating your consciousness. Because greater self-awareness leads to higher states of consciousness. And most importantly also, it also helps you release the lower level emotions, the lower level charge, the lower level vibrational energy. Because all these fears, the doubts, the limiting beliefs, they're all lower level frequency, right? And they're holding you down. They're lowering your vibrational state of being, because the feeling of I'm not good enough feels quite tense, feels quite constricted, feels very not okay, right? But then on the other hand, the feeling of I am good enough, I can do this, feels more uplifted, right? That's why anger and love, they're two different frequencies. Anger is very low. It makes you feel not okay. It pulls you down, right? It makes you feel small. But love, on the other hand, makes you feel expansive. That's why emotional healing is so very important in helping you raise your frequency and raise in consciousness. Because the more you're releasing that lower level frequency of anger and frustration and fear and doubt and limiting beliefs and all that stuff that is really holding you back, all these lower level frequencies, you're uplifting. You're uplifting in frequency. You're feeling then also more expansive. You're feeling much lighter. Because all that negative stuff, it's really weighing you down. It makes you feel quite heavy, right? But all these other beautiful experiences, the love, the joy, the happiness, it uplifts you. And that also then actually opens you up to tapping into the higher level consciousness, because all these lower level frequencies, they're actually clouding your consciousness. They are overshadowing your higher wisdom, your inner wisdom. It's also keeping you disconnected from your soul's wisdom, that inner voice deep within you, your sage wisdom deep within you. Right? So that's why it's so important. Emotional healing can assist you in releasing all that lower level frequency, those low vibrational emotions. You don't need them. They're only holding you back. They're only keeping you stuck in the 3D world of the reality of what you're living in, right? What you perceive to be living in. But there's a higher truth available, and the more you release that under the emotional charge, the lower vibrational emotions, the more you uplift yourself, the more you become aware that, you know what, there are different solutions available. There is a different way of how to go about life, which then also assists you in actually cultivating more positive emotions. As you're releasing the lower vibrational energies, the lower vibrational emotions, well, then you're cultivating the new. Because as you're releasing the old, as you're releasing the not so good stuff, it makes room for something new to come in. So here then you want to tap into the good emotions, joy, happiness, fulfillment, laughter, all of those good feelings. So as you're really diving deeper into the emotional healing, then you're developing more of the positive emotions, and that in itself right away uplifts you, lifts you in frequency. Think of it like a day when you felt absolutely not okay. You just had a really bad day. You were just not okay. You felt quite stuck in life probably, right? You didn't feel okay in your own life, right? You probably just wanted to break free from that. And then think of a day when everything was just going great. You felt absolutely amazing. Well, on that day, you probably also felt much more uplifted, right? You felt lighter. Maybe guidance was coming in a lot easier as well. And maybe you even experienced more abundance, more opportunities that day as well. And that's what happens when you're tapping into those higher level frequency emotions. You're tapping into the higher flow. You're tapping into the flow of abundance, prosperity, well-being, fulfillment, all of those good things. And that's when life becomes easier. That's when you're also tapping into source wisdom, higher wisdom. And it most certainly raises your consciousness and raises your vibration. Now, emotional healing also helps you with improving your mental clarity, because oftentimes those doubts, the fears, they're clouding your mind. They're clouding your judgment. They're clouding just about anything. They're clouding even your intuition. Right? Because you're so stuck in the doubt and the fears and the limiting beliefs and all that, and why things are not working, and you're just so stuck in that. But when you're really clearing that, when you're really healing those negative emotions, you are more clear in your mind. You can see the higher truth. You can see possibility. You can see opportunity. You can see different ways of how to go about things. Different and higher solutions present themselves to you then as well, which can also assist you in connecting with a higher consciousness. Now here's the same thing, like think of a day when you felt absolutely not okay and you were trying to maybe connect. It was very hard because those lower level frequencies, those lower level emotions, they are keeping you from connecting to the higher consciousness. But then on days when you felt really, really good, you weren't weighed down by all that negative stuff. It was easier for you to connect. So that's why it's always easier to connect to the higher realms, to the higher consciousness, and even your intuition when you are feeling lighter, when you are tapping into the good feelings. When you're trying to connect, when you're feeling just blah and not okay, it's going to be very, very challenging to connect. That's why emotional healing is so powerful, because as you're feeling not okay, you want to heal that, you want to clear that, you want to release that in order to then tap into the higher level frequency, the higher consciousness, raising your frequency. Because that's when you then become aware of solutions, higher solutions, better solutions, more aligned solutions. You also become aware of when are you misaligned in your life. And the more you release those negative emotions, you're also enhancing your intuition. Because as you're releasing all the doubts, the fears, the worries, and all of that stuff that's weighing you down, you're basically unclogging your intuition, your intuitive channels, right? And yes, I'm saying unclogging because that's basically what it is. All that stuff, it's clogging up your intuition. It's keeping you disconnected from that higher flow. And the more you embrace the emotional healing and clearing those emotional woundings and healing deeply, the more you open yourself up and the more you're unclogging your receiving channels. And that will be easier for you to channel higher guidance, tapping into your intuition, trusting your intuition. Because have you ever received some nudges, guidance, some intuitive flows or maybe some intuitive downloads, and then you question, well, is this even higher guidance? Did I just make this up? Am I just imagining things? Well, the more you're unclogging your receiving channels, the more you then also trust the guidance that you receive. So emotional healing is absolutely powerful and assists you in elevating your consciousness, raising in frequency, fine-tuning your intuition. And when you do that, when you really fine-tune your intuition, you tap into the higher level of consciousness, you always will feel in alignment. And whenever you're not feeling in alignment, that is because stuff is coming up. Then you can tune into like, okay, well, what is going on? What am I feeling here? What is triggering me? Then you can heal that, you can clear that, to then release whatever interference is causing you to feel not okay, to then tap back into the higher level frequency, the higher consciousness, elevating your frequency. So emotional healing is absolutely powerful and key to really elevating your consciousness. Because as I mentioned, all that stuff, all that negative emotions, the woundings, the fears, the doubts, it's all clogging up your ability to connect to the higher consciousness. So if you would like to really elevate your consciousness, raise in frequency, raise in vibration, so you can really experience more joy, abundance, happiness, fulfillment in your life, and really create the life that you would love to live, then work on your emotions. Uncover those emotional woundings, the triggers that are holding you back, and then do your best to heal, to clear, and then move forward. It's not about being stuck in the constant healing cycle or fixing stuff, because there's really nothing wrong with you. But it's about becoming aware of what is holding you back. Okay, being grateful about what you're uncovering. Okay, let's clear that. Let's heal that. Let's transcend that. Let's transform that into something higher. And then moving forward, taking the gift of whatever you're uncovering, and then let go of the emotions, take the gift with you, and then move forward. That's how you can really transform your life, transform yourself, elevate in consciousness, raise in frequency, and create a beautiful life. A life that you would love to live, that you are destined to live, that you're meant to live. And if you would like to have some help with this, I want to invite you to consider joining me in Transcendence. That's my membership, where we come together on a weekly basis, where you can get the support, the guidance, the healing, the clearing, the mentorship to really move forward, to transform yourself and transform your life. There's so much included inside Transcendence to really help you on your path. So if that is of interest to you, check out the link in the description below. You can join Transcendence for free. Try it out for 7 days. See if you like it. Maybe join us on our next upcoming weekly call to see if this really resonates with you. If this is something that you can see yourself really being part of, to receive the support that will help you change your life for the better. I would be honored if you were to join me and all the other members inside Transcendence, so we can support one another in really awakening our inner alchemist and becoming a higher version of ourselves. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Now I'm curious to know, have you done any emotional healing? Have you seen the benefit of that? Has that really helped you really tap into a high level consciousness? I would love to know. Leave me a comment below, let me know. But also definitely be sure to check out these 2 videos here. One is about 6 mistakes that people make when starting with shadow work, and another one is about why continuous inner healing is really key to long-term growth and transformation. So thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video, and hopefully also inside Transcendence. Until then, make an amazingly abundant, joyful day. Namaste.